All right, guys, once again, you should know this. We've been working hard on our notes about systems of inequalities. Now it's your turn to try. Okay, so pause, try it out on your own, and then hit play to hear the explanation. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the top equation in the first problem. The top equation in the first problem I'm going to do in black. I don't need to change anything. It's already in slope-intercept. So I'm going to identify my b and m. My b is 1. My slope is 2 over 3. Plot 1 on the y-axis. Positive slope up 2 over 3 to the right. I like to continue my line all the way across. I've plotted my points. Now I need to decide what type of line. Since it has the extra line underneath, it will be a solid line. Okay, the first equation is now taken care of. Let's go ahead and do the second equation. My b is -3. My m is 2 over 3. Okay, right now it's screaming, hey, it might be no solution because it has the same slope, but we don't know. So -3 on the y is my b. My positive slope means to go up 2 over 3. I'm going to go the opposite way just to fill in my graph. I now need to decide what type of a line. Since there's no extra line underneath my inequality symbol, it is going to be a dashed. Okay. I'm going to actually do test points. My test point for the top equation will be 0, 0, and it will also be for my bottom one. So my top one, I'm going to plug in 0, 0. 0 goes into y. 0 goes into x. 0 times 2/3 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 is greater than or equal to 1. That does not make sense, so that must be false. I will not shade the side where 0, 0 is located. I'm going to shade the opposite. Okay. Second equation, I also chose the 0, 0 test point. 0 goes into y. 0 goes into x. 0 times 2/3 again is 0. 0 minus 3 is -3. Okay, is 0 less than -3? Is 0 less than -3? It is not. That is also a false statement. So once again, I will not shade the side of the test point. That does not make sense, so I'm going to shade the opposite side. Okay, since there's no overlapping of the shaded regions, there is no feasible region, so by default, it is a no solution. Okay. All right, go ahead, guys. Once again, you should know how to do this. Go ahead, try this problem right here. Work it out, pause the video, hit play, and you can watch the explanation of the second try problem. Okay, looking at the first equation, it is not in slope-intercept form, so let's do that first. I'm going to subtract x from both sides. I have y is going to be greater than or equal to, don't need to change the inequality sign, didn't need to divide by a negative number, minus x plus 3. Done. The second equation is done for itself. It's just a special case. No need to stress out on that one, so we're good. Okay. Let's go ahead and start plotting this information. My b is 3. My m is -1 over 1. So positive 3 on the y-axis, down 1 over 1 to the right, till I fill up my entire graph. Okay. Is it solid or dotted? It is going to be solid because it's greater than or equal to, so it has that extra line underneath. Okay, so that first equation is done. X is greater than 2. I'm going to put a point at positive 2 on the x. Whenever x is something to a number, it's going to be a vertical line, and it's also going to be dotted just because it's just greater than. There is no extra line underneath. Okay, so it should look something like that. I am going to use test points again. So if you use them, you can see how you did. The test point for the black equation, I use 0, 0. 0 goes into y, and 0 goes into x. 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 is greater than 3. That is not true. That would be false. So we never shade the false side. That doesn't make any sense. Go the opposite way. Okay. Once again, I still can use a test point on this one. I'm just going to use 0. 0 is located on this side of the red line. Okay, so I'm just going to plug 0 into x. Is 0 greater than 2? The last time I checked, it is not. It's less than 2, so this is a false statement. Never shade the false side. Shade the opposite way. So we're going to shade this way. Okay, where do they overlap? You should see an overlapping. It is located right here. Everything on this side. Okay, so those are the solutions. That is the feasible region. Any points in there, if you plug them in here, it would work out. Okay, so that was everything about systems of inequalities. Make sure that if you need to look this over again to do your homework, make sure that you do so.